We'll take our bird again, tuck its head under its wing like that. Give it a second to fall asleep. And set it down here in the grass clump. Hi, Ethan here with Standing Stone Kennels, and we wanted to take a second to show you something that I think gets overlooked a lot by people that do train dogs, looking toward the people that don't train dogs, and that's how to set birds. There's a couple different ways that I've seen people do that. We're gonna demo some of those. You take the bird, and you're holding on, these are chucker, and you start doing this motion, and then you set the bird on the ground. Well, this bird that had no effect on this bird. So that is not the greatest way to set birds. There's another, I don't know, we see people just go like this, move the birds around because they've heard that they need to dizzy them or something else. Well, the way that we're gonna show you is actually how to sleep birds. This is a pretty effective way. It doesn't injure the birds, which is gonna help them to fly better later for your training sessions. We'll take their head and tuck it under their wing, and then hold them here for just a couple seconds. And you'll actually feel their breathing start to get deeper. You can see this bird is breathing pretty heavy. Now laying him on his head on this side, we'll get his feet to relax. And he's asleep. Now we can take this bird and set it down here. And that bird's gonna sleep there for a few minutes. When the bird wakes up, goes, ha, I'm in the grass. And then we can bring dogs out to work it. Now, depending on what type of dog, so as soon as its head comes out, it's able to wake up, and then it could fly away. So now the next thing that people I think struggle with is remembering where they put their birds, and they get out and they get back in the grass. And one really good way to help with that is gonna be able to pick something that visually stands out to you in the field. For example here, if we look at this cover that we've got a lot of grass that looks the same, this shorter stuff with some of the ragweed growing up in it. And then we've got different grass clumps. Like we've got one over here, specifically, that's pretty green. This clump of grass would be a decent spot to set a bird. We can pick this out as opposed to some of the other grass clumps out here, or just something. Pick something, and then once you get to where you're gonna set your bird, look around, figure out, all right, I've got a pretty good idea of where things are gonna be now and where that's at. We'll take our bird again, tuck its head under its wing like that. Give it a second to fall asleep. And set it down here in the grass clump. The first thing that a lot of guys jump to when they're trying to remember where their birds are is they use surveyor flags or surveyor tape, something bright orange flag to mark where they put their bird. That's a really good visual for you, as well as a really good visual for your dogs. Even to the point they'll figure those flags out so fast that you could just stick flags in the ground everywhere and they'll run up and point them. So try and pick a natural landmark that you yourself can see where you put that bird. Now, when that bird wakes up, it's gonna be sitting there in the grass. This isn't a 100% thing. You know, some of the birds can get up and run away, but that's the beauty of it as well. The birds are not injured. They're going to be able to get up and fly freely, which is gonna help our dogs to be better bird dogs. So hope you enjoyed this tip. If you have questions, let us know, and happy training.